Hi, and welcome to the Holiday Chocolate Salon at holidaychocolatesalon.com. We're sure you're watching this program right now and saying, I'm in the mood for chocolate, or I might want to give someone some chocolate for the holidays. You've come to the right place. Today we have great deals on chocolate, confections, toffee, caramels, all kinds of things that you can think of from some of the best award-winning chocolatiers and confectioners that are out there. These creators have a fantastic fan group who follow them from place to place and online, and they love it. And they, of course, want to try it and give these great gifts to other people, which is why we're here. In case you can't get to the retail store, you can't get to the retail locations, we have the holidaychocolatesalon.com, a spot for you to get these one-time, limited quantity only deals and offers from the creators that we just talked about. So we are back here in studio, at least this particular studio, for the Holiday Chocolate Salon. Happy holidays, everyone. We know that it's been a challenging year, but we definitely hope that you are at least going to find some joy in chocolate, which is why we're here. Up next, we are going to talk to Michael Benner of Michael's Chocolates. It's Michael and it's Michael's Chocolates. Michael has only been around for, I don't know, maybe 5 years, 4 or 5 years in this line of work, but he has really just become a master. People love his chocolates, his caramels, especially his lemon. His lemon is just one of the most amazing lemon chocolates you will ever have. So we have Michael on the line right now. Okay, so this is going so great. Today we have, right now we have Michael Benner. Is it Benner or Brenner?
Benner.
Michael Benner of Michael's Chocolates, one San Francisco favorite. People love him. Michael always comes to the San Francisco International Chocolate Salon and some of the other events like in Sacramento. And people just love his chocolates. They come in, they line up. So Michael is very, very popular, and that's because he's very talented. He hasn't been a chocolatier very long, actually. So Michael, that's very interesting. What got you started in being a chocolatier? I mean, a famous one at this point, you're basically world famous. Your chocolates that you're going to have today for the Holiday Chocolate Salon are probably going to sell out just like they always do. So what got you into making this?
Well, I like to joke and say that chocolate's my midlife crisis. I had a career before doing chocolate, and I was actually a certified sommelier, and I worked in Michelin-starred restaurants here in San Francisco, and I was very fortunate to be surrounded with amazing pastry chefs and amazing Michelin-starred chefs. And I've always been working with wine, which was great. So I was always kind of into flavors and balance and just how you taste them. I used to teach classes, which was really fun. So about a little over 5 years ago, I started kind of working with chocolate. The story goes, I was telling my husband, I said, in my next life, I want to do something with chocolate. And for Christmas, this will be 6 years ago, actually, this Christmas, he bought me the best books in chocolate. I started doing, messing around a little bit and playing in the kitchen, and turned out as pretty good. Took some professional classes. I've worked with a couple different master chocolatiers, and
here we are.
Here I am.
Here we are. So, Michael, what's the first thing you have for us today? I hear it's the Dragée, right? It's one of the Dragées.
Dragée. So we have
D-R-A.
D-R-A-G-E-E-S. It's the fancy French term for chocolate coated, basically. Dragée just means dredged in something. Of course, in my case, it has to be chocolate. It is Michael's Chocolates after all. So the first product we have today are almond dragées. This is the first item I started doing this summer. Actually, with COVID and such, I found that people were really kind of wanting something that's comforting and they can kind of snack on, and maybe not something as fussy as a bonbon, but something really delicious. So I learned this technique. I was actually doing it by hand, and then bought the panning machine, which is very laborious, but comes up with delicious things. So these are locally sourced organic almonds that have been slow roasted, and then I hand caramelize them. And then I dredge them in 61% dark chocolate. So build up layers and layers of chocolate to have this lovely, nice component of toasty, slightly sweet almond, a little bit of sea salt, and then lovely dark chocolate. And then I finish with cocoa powder.
Wow, that sounds amazing, Michael. Can you take one out of the package
Of course,
and
yeah.
show
Let me
us?
get this guy open. I hate having to do this, but I don't, I don't get to taste them very often. So get that guy open.
This will be a reason for you to
Right.
have to
A
eat a
little
little of your
quality
product.
control. I usually have someone else doing this for me, doing the quality control, because I've eaten so many of them. I got to be careful. So you can see it's just a really simple. I know that the concept of chocolate covered almonds is not terribly original. You can find these other places, but when you taste it with amazing couverture chocolate, which is the high quality chocolate that chocolatiers use, it's a different experience entirely.
It's the same shape of an almond, right? It's an almond. Excellent. But as you're saying, it's the quality of the chocolate.
Absolutely.
It's the French technique that you're using to make it a dragée. Mm-hmm. And of course, each one is going to be just an explosion in your mouth. It's going to be fantastic.
When you hand caramelize, you actually get little bits that are a little bit more toasted than others. The caramel comes through. They're absolutely addictive. They really are. I mean, it's unfortunately, I have to tell you, once you open a package, it's not going to stick around for long because they're absolutely delicious. I'm going to taste one because I love them.
So we have some of these today for the Holiday Chocolate Salon, and you made it available for people to get a special price, and they're going to be able to just get as many as you have available, which probably aren't going to be unlimited because you need to have some for later, and you made some available today for them to get.
Absolutely.
It's going to be exciting. So how many, I won't say how many come in the package, but it looks like a good amount in there.
So this is 100 grams, about 3.5 ounces. So good amount. Hopefully you can pace yourself with them, but I've had a lot of my customers tell me that this package doesn't last long.
It also makes a great gift too, right? You
Absolutely.
can just say, here, this, you can wrap it, or you can give it to them exactly like it is, or you can even mail it if you have to. You can put it in an envelope, ship it. It travels well.
Yes, these I actually have found ship really well. Right now we're finally done with the warm weather, and these should ship just fine. These are great stocking stuffers. These are great like hostess gifts, along with our bonbons, which are beautiful as well. And those are kind of eye-catching. We'll talk about those in a minute. But these also with our hazelnut, that actually the deal that we're offering through the salon, the virtual salon, is the duo of the two. So we have the caramelized almonds and the hazelnut caramel latte dragée. And these are
now what could you show us the package for the hazelnut? It looks a little bit darker.
So it's a little bit different. The hazelnuts are a little bit different. I'm going to open these so you can see them as well. These are a little bit bigger. The hazelnuts are, of course, a little bit larger and nice and round. And I did something special with these. I actually added 2 different layers. So rather than just dark chocolate, I have it layered with a caramelized white chocolate. It's called blonde chocolate that has this lovely caramely toasty flavor. And you can see these beautiful.
Look at that. That looks fantastic.
Absolutely
it's circular.
Beautiful.
It's a circle though, right?
It's a hazelnut, yeah. So there's a layer of the caramel white chocolate, which has just a wonderful flavor by itself. And then the dark chocolate on the outside. And this is dusted with cocoa powder and espresso powder. I was thinking, especially for the holidays, nothing like a nice hazelnut latte. When it's cold, you have that wonderful richness from the hazelnuts, a little bit of caramel, and then the espresso, of course. These, I have to tell you, are absolutely my favorite. I didn't think I was going to like them as much as I do, and that's a really dangerous thing.
So they give you a little bit of a zing too. I guess you get a little bit of energy from the espresso.
Absolutely, absolutely. Raw espresso powder. Shouldn't talk with my mouth full, but they're so good.
Now, do they taste? They taste. They are sweet though. Still, they're sweet. They're not.
They are sweet. Yes. So you have the espresso or the hazelnut that is caramelized, like I do with the almonds. They're slow roasted, then I caramelize them, so it is a very thin layer of caramel around it. Then the thin layer of caramelized white chocolate or the blonde chocolate, and dark chocolate on the outside with the espresso. So you have that nice slight bitterness of espresso, that wonderful sweetness of the caramelized white blonde chocolate, and then of course the toastiness of hazelnuts, which have a richness all their own.
Oh yeah, that sounds fantastic. Can you hold another one up close to the camera?
Absolutely. That one got caught in my throat.
So delicious. That looks fantastic, and it's a circle. It's just a halo.
Yeah, when I was learning this technique, which is eons old, they've been doing dragée for years and years. I started learning on almonds, which are not perfectly rounded and much more difficult to learn. I did it backwards. I did the almonds first, and then I learned the hazelnuts. Hazelnuts are nice and round. So either way, they're both delicious. They have the nice proportion of beautiful caramelized nuts to the dark chocolate. So they have the sweetness of chocolate, but they're not terribly rich. They're just really, really good.
They're good. And these are going to be perfect holiday gifts for someone.
Absolutely.
To give to someone or to eat yourself, basically.
Absolutely. Treat yourself. If you have a nice small gathering with your social bubble around the holidays and you have a couple people over, these are nice things to put in a little dish to have as a snack. Or I think gift giving is the best way. I don't think people are going to want to share these very much.
Now, your fans, your Chocolate Salon fans and your other fans, they're going to be able to find this at the Holiday Chocolate Salon online marketplace at holidaychocolatesalon.com. It's pretty easy, holidaychocolatesalon.com. And they'll be able to get it for a very limited period of time at this great rate that you have going on, this package, this holiday package.
Correct.
And, that is really just amazing. I know that you do so well with your chocolates and that people are always just coming and buying up. They just come and just buy them up by the ton. They say, Michael's here, we're going to just get his chocolate, buy it all. And then we turn around and you say, well, I've sold out of that already. Like, amazing.
I can't seem to keep up. The first salon we ever did was the Holiday Salon, gosh, however many years ago it was now. And we under-expected what people were going to be enjoying our products. And so we try to keep up every year, and we're sorry we're not going to see everyone in person this year, but we're excited to still be able to offer things, of course, through our website. But we have special deals just for the virtual chocolate salon. The Dragées as a duo, we have a special price just for the salon. And then we also have a special deal for bonbons, and we are at the holidays, so gift giving is important as well. These are what we're calling our favorites collection. And this is a collection featuring a 12-piece box of our two most popular flavors. I found that if I put more than two flavors, people, especially with the favorites, they get a little upset. So they want to be able to taste their two favorites from Michael's Chocolates. We, of course, have our Lemon Burst Bonbon, which is by far our biggest seller. This is a Good Food Award winner for us in 2018. We can't keep it on the shelves. It is lemon pâte de fruits, which is like a little lemon fruit jelly, a layer of white chocolate lemon ganache, and it's in a very thin 61% dark chocolate shell. That's, of course, this beautiful yellow one here. And then the green and white is another Good Food Award entry, and we actually were finalists for this in 17. The salon has also given us awards for both of these, and this is pistachio cardamom. So I make my own pistachio praline, has a little bit of texture from the caramelized pistachios, little crunch, little creaminess, and then a pistachio cardamom ganache. Cardamom, of course, has that wonderful citrusy, very, very aromatic, very, very classic with pistachio, and great for the holidays. It has that nice kind of a holiday flavor. So two flavors, our favorites, our customers' favorites that we're offering in a special box. We don't offer this on our website. We don't offer this anywhere else except for here.
Oh my God. So people are going to just buy those up because I know that those are the two favorite flavors that people always talk about, the lemon bonbons. I mean, you probably need probably need to own your own lemon grove.
I go through a lot of lemons.
Is it called a grove or orchard? Just to keep yourself supplied with lemons because people love that so much. And it really tastes like a lemon. You say it's a pâte de fruits, so it's like, it's a fruit. It's like a fruit. There's
a little fruit jelly pâte de fruits, which is the burst of the lemon burst, and then a white chocolate lemon ganache. I've had a lot of people describe it as lemon meringue pie or a lemon tart. It has that nice burst of bright, fresh lemon, and then the lovely creaminess of the white chocolate lemon ganache. What makes ours a little bit different is we actually do a dark chocolate shell. It's very thin, but you get that bright, wonderful lemon up front, and then on the very end of the palate, you get a nice dark chocolate that is a really nice balance of that tart lemon.
That is fantastic. And it's so good that you've taken these you call it the favorites package, and you put them together for the Holiday Chocolate Salon so that your fans can get really what they tend to order a lot of anyway, right? And of course, it's dark chocolate, so that it's not just fruit; it's delicious dark chocolate couverture, right?
Absolutely. We use only couverture. All of our chocolate is locally sourced here in the Bay Area. We use Guittard. I love using their name. It's an amazing company. It's a great family that's been making chocolate in the Bay Area for over 100 years.
Yeah, the Guittards, the Guittards have been here, yeah, since the, essentially since the gold rush. The French, they came over here to do one thing, and of course they set up shop and started making chocolates, and they've been around ever since.
And they know what they're doing. It's amazing, amazing stuff.
So now could you hold that a little closer to the camera, just so we can get a closer look at those? Look at the shine on that.
You can see the shine. We work really hard. Kind of one of our signatures is doing these beautiful, really contemporary style hand-painted bonbons. I don't know if you can get much contrast, but for actually both of these, because they're Good Food Award winners, we've actually moved to using entirely naturally pigmented cocoa butter to paint the bonbons in the favorites collection. So some people are having issues with when you have these beautiful bonbons, there's different types of color additives that they can use for these. These are naturally pigmented, so they're entirely all natural. They come from plants and seeds. So the bright yellow comes, I know, from different flower petals, and the green, I know they source from different types of plants as well. So it's really great. It doesn't add any flavor, but knowing that the color is naturally based is something that a lot of people are moving towards. And I hope to completely switch over all of my products in the next year or so.
Oh, that's lovely. So Michael, where do you, you don't have to say exactly where, but these are all natural products. The lemons are all natural. The pistachios are all natural. Where do you get those?
So I'm very fortunate. We do live in San Francisco. We're based in the Bay Area. So it's not, I don't have to go far to get the lemons are actually organically grown. I actually get them at the farmer's market here in the city. I've teamed up with a really great farm, and they get us cases and cases of organic lemons that I go through and I hand squeeze myself, unless I'm fortunate enough to have some friends help out. Pistachios, again, locally grown in Northern California. We're very, very fortunate. These are Fit Farms that I use for this, and they're absolutely amazing. They have a wonderful natural sweetness. I don't do much with pistachios. I give them even a very, very light toast, but I don't want to kind of overpower that wonderful, wonderful natural sweetness that you get with pistachios.
Oh, that is amazing. I'll tell you, Michael, just a little story. Lately, we've got friends who have lemon trees in their backyard, so they've been giving us lemons. So for the last few months, I've been making olive oil lemon cakes. And that's delicious. And they're fantastic because you just use olive oil. You don't have any butter or egg. You have little eggs, but no butter, no dairy. And they're delicious because you keep the essence of the lemon by using lemon zest. But the other day, I sort of fell asleep to the Great British Baking Show, and I had all these leftover lemons. And so I decided, I woke up in the morning and said, I'm going to make lemon marmalade jam. and I did. And I was so surprised about how easy it was and how well it turned out.
It's not that hard. Yeah, it takes a little bit.
It's not that hard.
Man, the result is amazing. Yeah,
it is. But the greatest thing, of course, is you got that very fresh flavor of the lemon, and that's what your bonbons do. They have just that great fresh lemon flavor.
I use the lemon zest and the lemon juice. I don't cook it for very long. I just bring it up to a boil, just to kill any bad guys that are in there. But I really, really want to retain that fresh, bright lemon flavor. When you cook it to a marmalade, you're getting even richer, more caramelized flavors. I wanted this to be like bright, bright lemon in your mouth, and then nice and creamy as well. So,
oh, that's amazing.
I'm very fortunate. A lot of people really enjoy both of these flavors, and we're really happy to put them together and be able to offer them. We haven't had the pistachio actually since last year at this time, so we brought it back just for the holidays because it was so popular last year.
It's a brilliant idea. It's just brilliant. Taking the two, I won't say these are your only two top ones, but these two ones that are essentially one's fruit, one's nut, and putting them together, the colors are like pastel. It's like an artist's palette, the way you put those together. And even just arrange them in the box. So anyone who opens that up is going to just say, wow, this is beautiful. I don't really care what it is. It just looks so good.
And these, as I mentioned, are great for hostess gifts. If you have want to do all your gift shopping online, this is great. Order from the holidaysalon.com, and then this is a great thing to send out and send to people you really care about that you want to impress. We all have those foodie friends, and this will not disappoint, guaranteed.
Oh my goodness. Well, let's just take a quick look at the other two, just to make sure that people understand the three things that you have available for the
So
holiday
we have
chocolates.
our favorites collection, which is the lemon burst bonbon and pistachio cardamom. And then
that's called the Favorites Collection. The Favorites
Collection. And then we have both of our dragées, the Dragée Duo that we're calling it. So we have the almonds, which are caramelized almonds, a little bit of sea salt, and 61% dark chocolate. And then the hazelnut caramel latte, a little bit more rich, but for those coffee lovers and hazelnut lovers, you're really gonna love these.
I could see having having the hazelnut espresso one for let's say breakfast, or maybe after lunch, so you have a little bit of kick. And then the other one you can have any time of day, basically.
Absolutely. Even with an espresso or a cup of coffee, I think either of these would be a great little snack to kind of go along with that as well. Maybe some eggnog as we get closer to the holidays. I really don't see any way that you're not going to be able to finish these really fast.
Oh, it is. I don't think anyone's going to have any problem finishing those. They're probably just going to have a difficult time deciding if they want to actually give them away as a gift.
That's true. Buy one for yourself and buy one to give away.
That's a great idea. We love it.
Yeah.
Well, Michael, thank you for joining us at the Holiday Chocolate Salon today. We think that everyone's going to love what you have to offer. And, of course, we wish you to have a safe and joyful holidays. And again, thanks for joining us.
And you as well. Thank you, everyone. Have a great holiday season.
Now, from Southern California, we also have Choco-Me. Now, actually, Choco-Me is a brand actually based in Europe, but they have a great presence in Southern California, and they're very popular at the Los Angeles Chocolate Salon and the San Francisco Chocolate Salon. People love it. So we're going to take a look at Choco-Me right now. Is based out of Southern California. It's a couple, two fantastic people. This item is the Entree Dark Chocolate Berrylicious Bar, which normally is $24.95 and it goes for $19.95. And I believe it's all fresh fruit that it's made of. Let's check.
Yes, the bars have fresh freeze-dried fruit, fresh nuts, and artisan chocolate.
That's what I thought. And it has 66% Valrhona dark chocolate, freeze-dried black currants, freeze-dried strawberry slices, and freeze-dried whole raspberry. Also, this one here, the Gold Mine Bar. They've sold out of these recently.
We do keep selling out of the bars. This week, we had to make a brand new batch.
Now, if you don't have bars on your mind, you can go for the Choco-Me Raffiné 4-in-1 variety box. Usually it's $39.95, and today's price is just $29.95.
Hey guys, thanks for coming.
Now, our friend David Bacco has a 9-piece, I have to take a look at that 9-piece assorted truffle set that he is making available for only $25. David Bacco has won a lot of awards. His truffles are beautiful. The shell on them is very sharp as far as the shininess of the coat. The inside, the flavors are just, they're mouth-watering. You will never forget them. So David has this 9-piece assorted truffle set that is available through the Holiday Chocolate Salon. As you can see, it's nicely tied with a bow, nice colors. Look at this really beautiful matte finish here. As you can see this beautiful matte finish. It also has gold lettering, if you can see that. It's a nice gold on it, all right? So it's very, I won't say classy because, I'm one of those people that believes that if you have to say the word classy, it's not classy. So let's just say it's very upscale. It's lovely. So that's one of the things. Now let's open it up and take a look about what's inside. Okay, so I'm going to do a bit of an unboxing, as they say. First, we're going to pull this thread. Okay, and now we're going to open it. Okay, so this is what the experience is going to be for someone who opens it. Of course, that piece, that aluminum there, that is used to keep it nice and cool when it's being transported from place to place. Normally it won't fall off because the person won't be holding it sideways like I'm doing it. So now you open it up, and what do you have? You have another protective piece, and that is very important because what we're going to see when we open this is these. Oh yes, aren't those beautiful? Look at those. Now the assortment will vary, I believe, depending on the box that you get. It could be this one, or it could be the one that's in the picture on the site, but it comes with a variety of flavors. Each one is pretty much guaranteed to make your mouth water. Look at that. Look at that. You have the gold stamp here. You have another design there, beautiful. This one has a greenish coloration on it. Greenish, this one right here, as you can see, has a greenish. So basically each one is different. And this one, I can't really figure out what that is. It's an herb or a spice, obviously. This one in the middle, I almost remember what that is because I believe I've had it. You've got some down here with nuts in them. Probably a praline, that's my guess. This one has a little red on it. So my guess is it's a chili spice. There's a chili spice to that. And then this one here, I don't really know. I'm really tempted to eat it right now on camera, but I don't want to ruin the box. And of course this one in the middle, which just is so shiny. Look at that sharp, I mean, when you look at it in the light, it just glistens, right? So we're gonna do a little chocolate pouring for you here. A boom, 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 boom. Oh, actually, let's rephrase it. Let's make it into a holiday song. You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. You only want your chocolate. Yours, well, that's as far as I'm gonna go with it. Oh, this is beautiful. So we're closing, by the way, see, look how it seals, right? And one thing about David, he always makes his boxes have a nice little magnetic catch there, right? Did you see that? So the magnetic catch means that it just clips on. You can turn this box, well, I don't really want to do that. I don't want to turn it upside down to ruin the finish, but you can turn it upside down. You could move it back and forth. This is not going to pop loose. And of course, it has a beautiful gold lettering on it. It's very beautiful finish. It's a silk matte, as we call it. I'm gonna see if I can find the cover just to put that back on. I think I've lost it. I may have to eat this box myself. So that box is only $25. You can order as many as are available. I'm not saying there's a ton available. If you want it, you should probably order it now or order it within the next day. These deals run for the next couple days based on the quantities that are available. So while we do that, I'm gonna take a pause and we're gonna talk about some of the other offers. And I'm also gonna look for the actual top to this.
Hey everyone, thanks for coming.
Our next deal is from CHOCOLATE. This is a fun shot of them at the Sacramento Chocolate Salon, I believe. We love these guys.
Hi, this is Mike of CHOCOLATE in North Beach, and this is what we have at the Holiday Chocolate Salon.
Thanks, Mike. And as you can see, CHOCOLATE, they specialize in gourmet fudge. They are based in San Francisco, right?
We are located in North Beach in San Francisco.
Yeah, and they have a fantastic collection. They have dark chocolate Cabernet fudge.
We make what you'd call luxury gourmet fudge.
Yeah, that's definitely right. That's definitely why. They also have a 4-piece gift box.
These are definitely some of our top sellers.
Right. It's one of your best sellers. So they have 4-piece gift box. They have dark chocolate mint swirl fudge. They have dark chocolate sea salt caramel fudge. Just really great things. You should enjoy it.
Thanks for coming.
So most of their selections are originally $24, and for the Chocolate Salon, they are $21. So visit the site and take a look.
So here we are today with Elise Zahn, Elise of Coco Tutti Chocolatier. Is it Chocolatier or Chocolates?
Chocolates. It's Coco Tutti Chocolates. Thank you for asking.
Coco Tutti Chocolates. She's based in the San Francisco Bay Area. She's a big, very popular chocolatier with the San Francisco Chocolate Salon, Los Angeles Chocolate Salon, the Sacramento Chocolate Salon, and when we used to hold it, the Seattle Chocolate Salon. So she has a very big fan base. People love Elise. Elise actually started up as, I believe, an architect or a architectural drawing person or something, an engineer of something.
I owned an architectural and construction management firm. I had 30 people who I employed at that point. And we did large scale public works projects. So things like schools and senior centers. And I have to say that chocolate is way more fun than doing other things like schools and senior centers.
So for the Holiday Chocolate Salon and for the entire season, you have a lot of great chocolates that you are basically making available to your chocolate fans at holidaychocolatesalon.com and elsewhere.
Right.
Can you tell us a little bit about, let's say, the first one? What's the first one you have up today?
Oh, this one is a special one because this is exclusive to the Holiday Chocolate Salon. Now, this is our Bourbon Box. And each of those chocolates, there's 6 different flavors, and they include things like Long Branch and Rabbit Hole and Smooth Ambler Contradiction. And as you can see, many of these are also award winners. The Derringer is a gold winner, and the Smooth Ambler is a USA Today Reader's Choice Award. So you're getting really fine products, many of whom are, again, that kind of small batch type of work. So in each one of these chocolates, you're going to get a different flavor.
Ooh,
now,
thanks.
What we do is, I'll explain a little bit about the color in a minute, but I create a caramel with each one of these products. So for instance, with the Rabbit Hole, and then I also make a ganache, and then I blend the two together. So it reduces some of that sharpness that you can find in an alcohol that many people find unpleasant, but it still retains that gorgeous flavor and that creativity that went into creating that award-winning bottle. Now,
wow. Now, where do you get that? Where do you get that kind of? I mean, is that an alcohol that you get locally, or is it just some like from Tennessee or Kentucky?
A lot of them do come from Kentucky. Many of them are available locally. I have some friends in the industry who are happy to share with me. And so for that reason, I am able to source a lot of these different bourbons in ways that are easier for me to find, but you can find all of them on the internet. Many of them are at things like Wine and More or Bevmo, places like that. So they're easy for people to find.
My goodness. Now, what do you call this box? What is the name of the box that you just showed us?
This is the Bourbon Box. So that's what this one is. And it is only bourbon whiskey. So only American bourbon whiskey. Each of these.
And is that 12? Now, is that 12 pieces? Is that 12 pieces?
12 piece. And actually, some of them we like to do in minis. So you're actually getting 6 of this flavor, 6 of this flavor. So you're getting 6 and 6, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 pieces in this box.
That is what it looked like. It looked like some of the pieces had double the pieces in them.
Exactly. And we're even doing a reduced price on this just so that people can take advantage of it. So instead of $34.99, we're offering it at $29.99. And in addition to that, we've also got our bars. Now, this is one of the award-winning bars that we've shown through the Chocolate Salon, but many of your judges have been very sweet about awarding us for things like the strawberry.
People love that strawberry. They love that strawberry bar. It's infused with like your own homemade strawberries. Is that correct?
It is. I start with my strawberry jam, and I buy that fruit from the local farmers market. It's all organic fruit. It's a small family farm. So we're able to generate some income from them by producing that wonderful jam. I let people know where that fruit is sourced from, so they can also look for Urena Farms, that's their name, and they can look for them at the local farmers market if they're nearby. They're wonderful.
That is so. I've been telling everyone who listens, who listens to me speak, that recently I keep getting great lemons from some family friends who have a lemon tree in their backyard, and I've been making these olive oil cakes with them, which are really good. But recently, I just decided to, after watching the Great British Baking Show, I decided to make some lemon marmalade jam.
Nice.
And it's amazing. And it's just amazing. It's fantastic. We make so much, I just give it away. You can't put it in a can. You have to eat it like in a week or two, but it's fantastic. And so I know the effort that you put into making your own stuff is, you know, it's an act of love, and you can taste the love in these chocolates.
You know, it's fun because for me, I like the entire process. I like making the jams. I like making the marmalades. I like making the nut butters that go in things like the almond butter crunch. And so, which are California almonds. So it's just fun from beginning to end. And in fact, when I was designing the box for the holiday festival, it was going through different colors, evaluating what might look beautiful as a gift for yourself, as a gift for other people. I think that's one of the things about the holiday salon that you're offering, and thank you very much for putting this together, is that it gives people that opportunity to try out different things and to allow kind of individual selection for their friends, their family, their coworkers. And I find that it's very—
This is very true, very true.
Yeah, you know, something like one of these bars, it's $5. It's a great little stocking stuffer. If you've got, you know, a comrade in arms who's also stuck at home and you want to send a little thing, but you know, maybe you're watching your budget a little bit, which everybody is, something like this can just show an appreciation. And I'm sure there's other products on the holiday site as well that—
and actually, you know, Elise, could you put that bar back up? Can you show us that, look at that bar? Okay, so what are we saying? We have—
that is all hand painted in the mold with 2 colors of cocoa butter, with red and with white. So every one of these is different. It's the same with this bar. Every bar is going to be different because the colors are done in the mold.
And does that say Moroccan? That's a Moroccan spices lime bar?
It is. It is. There's 5 different spices. This is a different whiskey bar. So that one is our 4 roses. And again, everything is created in the mold so that when people get it, they actually get the edible artwork.
You know, and it's interesting because your art is, of course, fantastic. And I think that there may be some relation to, you know, your architectural background, but also, you know, it's interesting the colors in the first box, the big gift box. That one, the colors very much match the kind of holiday ornament colors you have on your necklace right now.
Yes, there you go. I like staying within certain frameworks. So the bourbons all have a theme. They're related to the bourbons themselves. They're related to each other. When I do, and this is also on your master site, our colors for some of our regular boxes. Again,
now what is Elise, what is the name of that box?
So this one is our 12-piece full size. You'll find it again on the holiday. It won't be on the holiday site. It will be on your chocolate site.
Well, actually, I think we can put it on the holiday site right now.
Okay.
We can just put it right there, make it available, because anyone who sees that is going to want it.
Absolutely. But I do hope that they go to the kind of the mother site that you have of chocolate and confections. I think that there's so many products there that people can enjoy that they should explore both of them. But in many cases, the colors represent what is in the actual chocolate. So I'll go back to the strawberry here. So using those pinks to represent the strawberry, using the greens to represent the lime that's in the bar. The whiskey is a little bit of an oddity in this one. One, the blue for water because of the water that's used, but also the first bottle that I ever worked with had a blue label. It was red, white, and blue. And I was already using the red and the white in other products. So I chose blue as the color for our whiskeys.
Oh,
so
that's good.
How that was selected.
Now, you know, what's interesting is that one of the great things about your bar is that people who've had it know. People who haven't had it may not realize is that the bar is shaped like a bar. It's called a bar, but it's divided into 5 segments. And each segment is essentially the equivalent of a caramel by itself. So in theory, you could have 5 caramels, or you either have 5 caramels or you have 1 bar. Each segment is completely infused with whatever's inside of it. So you bite into it, and whatever she has inside of it just comes, I won't say gushing, oozing, spilling, exploding into your mouth. It's just it's a delicious experience. And, you know, I've had those bars several times, and I found that, you know, I will eat 2 or 3 of the caramels, and then I'll put it aside for a little while. because I'm not just going to eat the whole thing up, because it's just, each one has that much flavor in it that you're not just eating it like a bar, you're eating it like individual caramel pieces.
Right. And the nice part about this too is it's shareable. So it's easy to snap into the 5 pieces. You know, if you've got a friend nearby, you can each share that. You can have 3 or you can have 4, share 1. You can be beneficent and you can share, you know, all of them with people if you want.
I like your math. I like your math. You can have 3, you can share 1.
And it's sort of the same with this bourbon box, because with these little pieces, instead of cutting up a big piece, the way many people do, it's just as easy to just allow people to enjoy a little piece on their own without cutting it up. Some of these are a bit liquidy. They're very soft, full of flavor, but when you cut it, you really do have to consume it. Whereas the little piece like these guys, you know, they're just one little mouthful. Full of flavor.
One fantastic mouthful. So if someone gets the bars now, or someone gets the box now, they can use it for, let's, Thanksgiving. They can use it for holiday gifts for people who they work with, who they may or may not see in person. They can even hold it and give it to someone, you know, for Hanukkah or Christmas or Kwanzaa.
Right, exactly. And the lifespan on this bar is good until April of next year. So, and the same thing with the bourbon box. I don't know if you could hold on to it for
Oops, we lost the piece.
months.
But,
no
one's gonna hold on to it.
Exactly, but it will hold. It's not something that that you buy today and you have to present within a few days. I know
it has a good shelf life. We know you've worked on the shelf life. You know, you're not using a bunch of artificial things and all that, but you know, you've really got it down so that when people get it, they don't have to stick it in the refrigerator immediately or stick it in the freezer and then hope they can get to it, you know, when Groundhog Day comes around. They can basically say, I'm going to put this aside in a cool place, not a cold place, a cool place, and then I'm going to give it to the person who I want to give it to, or I'm going to send it to. Maybe I'll ship it to them, or you know, maybe if they order it, you know, at the Holiday Chocolate Salon, they can actually pay for it and they can have it shipped to that person. So they can have it shipped directly to them and say, I love you, I miss you, happy, you know, happy something, happy for being here.
We're happy to provide a card at no cost. And so we'll put in whatever greeting that you say. So if you send a box, if you just send a bar, we're happy to include a greeting with that so that whoever the recipient is gets to know who was thinking about them, who decided to provide this to them. And you know what we'll do too is with this box, with this big box, I'll even include a ribbon so that it's dressed up a little bit more with a card on it. It's a nice little gift when they receive it. It's not just simply a box of chocolate and they don't know where it came from. So I'll make that offer also as part of the Holiday Salon. We've got multiple kinds or colors of ribbons, so I will reach out and say, which color would you like on your box, as well as what greeting would you like on your box, just to personalize it. I think that's important. Right now, everybody's a bit frazzled, and to have a little bit extra touch, I think, is important for people.
That's true. Now, if someone, you know, if they go to the site and they want to send a direct note to you, so all right. So for example, they can go to holidaychocolatesalon.com and they can go, and on that page is all the participants in the Holiday Chocolate Salon. So if you go to, let's say, Elise, one of her products, you can click on the inbox, so you can click on the shopping cart, and that'll automatically be added to your shopping cart. If you want to get more detailed and say, Elise, you know, please put this message in, put this card on, then you would actually click on the product itself. It would take you to the product page, and then you can include that in some of the fields that allow you to do that. It'd be fantastic. If you want to go back to the main holidaychocolatesalon.com page, just type in holidaychocolatesalon.com. And at the bottom of that page is your shopping cart as well. So you really don't have to leave the page to complete, you know, your purchase, your gift giving. It's very simple. And so we are thrilled to have Elise Zahn here. So Elise, can you just give us another close-up of those items that you have today? The first one is called
This is the bourbon box.
The bourbon box made with real bourbon.
Real bourbons, award-winning bourbons, American bourbons. And then we have the bars, and what I'm offering is you will select what the bars are going to be, what that selection of flavors are going to be. So when I receive that order, I will reach out to you because I'll have that email address as I recollect. And then I will tell you what flavors we have available. You will select from those flavors. Now, I'm offering 10 bars, you get 2 bars free. So you are paying for 10 bars, but you're getting 12. And then you can choose. I'm also going to enter another option, which is 5 bars, 6 bars free. So again, you will choose what flavors you want. If you want all of one flavor, you can do that. If you want half strawberry and 1 lime and 1 whiskey, you can do that. However
you can do
want
that as well. And you know, it's really it's a fantastic deal, because if you do the numbers, you know, as we all can, if you do the numbers, you know, you're really coming in with a great price per bar. And considering each bar is basically 5 caramels, you know, it's a pretty good price. You know, we all know when sometimes you go into certain outlets and they will offer you like 1 truffle or 1 caramel, and you know the price is a certain amount. So this is 5 in 1 bar, and it definitely beats that. Plus, not to beat them. I'm sorry, not to knock them, because their products are great as well. But this is just a fantastic deal, and we really appreciate Elise offering it for the holidays and for anyone, all of our fans. And yeah. So just want to thank Elise Zahn of Coco Tutti for being with us today here at the Holiday Chocolate Salon. And we look forward to really just seeing great work from her in the future, but of course, enjoying her work during this holiday season. Thank you, Elise.
Thank you, Andre, for putting this on. Honestly, I really, really appreciate this opportunity. I know many of the other chocolatiers who are involved in this also appreciate this. And it's a lot of work and dedication on your part. We really do appreciate that. So thank you.
Well, I've got a great team, and we all, you know, we're here to support everyone. So, well, thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you.
So I'm back from talking with Elise in our virtual space. I'm back in our real studio space. I have to bounce back and forth between the real world and the virtual world so that we can get people in and out to talk to you about what they're making for this delicious, delicious opportunity, delicious day, the Holiday Chocolate Salon. Now, as far as Elise, I wanted to demonstrate to you a little bit more about what we're talking about. What I have right here is a bar. This is the La Karma. It's called the La Karma. And this is a Moroccan spice with lime, right? It's a Moroccan spice with lime. I don't know if you can make that out. Okay, Moroccan spice with lime. And you can see the beautiful colors. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to use this very festive plate, which by the way is not available on holidaychocolatesalon.com, but a very festive plate to show you a little bit more about what we're talking about as far as the bars. So I'm going to basically open this up, okay? Now, this one is made, the La Karma, it's not like I say Karma, it's La Kama, K-A-M-A, La Kama Spice Lime White Chocolate Bar. This is made with, well, first of all, it's 45 calories, so per serving. And I don't know how many servings there are. Oh, there's 5 servings. So let's do the math, people. Eat the whole thing. It's about as much as a Reese's peanut butter, 2 Reese's peanut butter cups, right? Not so many. So obviously don't eat 10 of these in a row, but you can definitely eat 1 or 2. So this is made with white chocolate, dark chocolate, butter, marmalade, which we talked about, she makes herself. This is lime marmalade with some lemon in it. And, you know, some spices, cocoa butter, etc. Now, let's try to get this thing open. So I'm gonna undo this package here, okay? I'm holding the plate and trying to get this out at the same time, so it's not as easy as it sounds. Let's do this. Let's do this. Can we do it? Can it be done? What's that expression? Si se puede? Si se puede. That's right. Si se puede. And we just did. We got it out. I need to put this down. Okay, so doing it in one hand, obviously, took this off at the end. Now, remember I said that these bars are essentially like 5 pieces of caramel. And as you just saw, that snaps right off, and then you have this lovely, lovely piece of caramel. Look at that. Okay, and then you can actually snap off another if you like. And then you have another piece. Now, what do you do with these? You eat them. That's right. Let's pretend though it's the holidays and you don't want to just eat them. You want to give them to someone else. So Let's eat them and give another piece to someone else. No? No? Okay, how about this? We give this to someone, and then we eat these. Yeah, that sounds like the plan. Okay, and notice I have two. And look at the generosity. You know, out of this is 20, well, let's see. Each one of these is 20%. If you do the math, right? 5, 20%, 20%. So basically, what am I giving away? 40%. I'm giving away 60% of my bar. And you know, by the way, if someone gets this, they'll still think you're pretty generous. Okay, that being said, these are delicious. Now, we do want to look at the inside, so I guess I'm gonna have to bite into this. Let's see. I'm not gonna say I'm like a food model, so who knows what's gonna happen. It may fall down my face. Here we go. Okay. Now, look at the inside of that, if you can see it. It's a nice, nutty inside with the marmalade, as we talked about. This particular one doesn't ooze out like, let's say, maybe the raspberry or some of the other ones, but it's fresh, it's moist, it's delicious. I think you're really gonna enjoy it. By the way, wipe this off. And by the way, two things. First is, I'm holding this, as you see, and we're not really seeing a lot of melting. That's because the chocolate is really well tempered, right? And also, this does have, you know, it's a bit of a spicy chocolate, this one. So it's not hot, but you get a little bit of zing. I'm getting a little bit of zing right now in the finish. Nothing really hot, nothing unbearable, just a little bit of liveliness, dancing on the tongue. So that being said, great tempering, right? Great tempering means we're not getting any melting when I'm holding it at my body temperature or your body temperature, unless your body temperature is extremely hot. You're not gonna melt this by holding it. That's because it's excellent. The other thing I wanted to point out is, if you can see this, just look at the art on that, right? Look at the artistic merit on that. Each one of these is pretty much custom made, handmade. I mean, she doesn't really have an art robot just doing this art for her. She is creating each of these herself. And so it's really worth the value. And it's even, you know, even if it wasn't on a holiday sale, with her bag of bars that you can see at holidaychocolatesalon.com right now. By the way, if you stop there to holidaychocolatesalon.com, you can get that bag of bars she's offering, where you get a set of like several bars for one price, plus you get some extras, and they're all, yeah, it's a great deal. I think I lost my train of thought because I'm kind of focused on this. Too much chocolate. Not enough chocolate is what I say. Not enough chocolate. Okay, let's see what's up next. We are at the Holiday Chocolate Salon, so don't forget, you can get anything you hear today at holidaychocolatesalon.com. That's the website. You just go there, make your pick, click on it, it's in your basket, you get it, you get the deal right then, you can go home, you can send it to your home, you can send it to a friend, you can send it to family, you can send it to co-workers, anyone you really want. Of course, you can send one to everyone and one to yourself. That's your choice. Just go to holidaychocolatesalon.com, and you will have that opportunity. One of the favorites in the bar area is Endorphin. They have a number of different flavors like absinthe and, you know, just, I can't really go through the list because it's quite long. But one they have for this Holiday Chocolate Salon is based on coconut. And I'm going to give you a description of it right now. Some of our favorite chocolatiers also make caramels. Well, let me rephrase that. There are people who make caramels that basically have the caramel, then you have chocolate around it. But there are other people who just make the caramel, no chocolate. And one of those is Jerry Vasquez of Kindred Cooks. And she has a delicious Meyer Lemon caramel that is available through the Holiday Chocolate Salon today. So let's take a look at that. So Jerry at Kindred Cooks, she makes classic caramels, no chocolate, but they have fresh, locally sourced ingredients. In this case, you have lavender and Meyer lemon caramels. And we know California grows a lot of lavender and a lot of Meyer lemons. So you can imagine that They're handmade, they're soft, they're tasty, they're delicious. You get a burst of lavender, a burst of Meyer lemon, and a great price today. I'm still chewing. I'm still going through this really good Coco Tutti bar. There were 5 pieces, so obviously I could take my time. Up next, we're going to stop down in Southern California at Mignon Chocolates. Mignon was started actually in Europe years ago. It's a generational company. They're sort of these celebrity chocolate makers to the stars down in LA. I'm going to have to start with something a bit geeky though. This is a candle, and Mignon, they showed it to me a couple years ago at the Los Angeles Chocolate Salon. This is a candle made out of white chocolate. So it burns very slowly. It has the scent of chocolate, and it's all natural, and it just keeps burning.
Hi, this is Sandra at Mignon Chocolate in Southern California, and this is what we have at the Holiday Chocolate Salon.
Yeah, so to get what they have, the M collection is a 30-piece collection of exotic, luscious, dark chocolate ganache.
Yes, we've been doing the artisan chocolate business for several generations.
And they have been doing this for generations. As you can see, this is another collection, 15-piece dark chocolate collection.
You're going to love the caramel chocolate collection.
And Mignon is also offering today a 15-piece caramel collection, usually $32, but it's only $28 today. Look at the selection that you get from that. It also comes in the lovely branded gift box from Mignon. And let's just take one more look at this collection. It really gives you some delightful choices. Hey, on the line we have Amano, Art Pollard of Amano Chocolate in Utah. His artisan chocolates are world famous and have won just a very, very long line of awards, from London Chocolate Awards, the International Chocolate Salon Awards, Good Food Awards. I mean, you name it, they've won it. And for good reason, they are delicious. Now, for this Holiday Chocolate Salon, they have 2 offers. They have flavor inclusions, which means that they have 3 bars together, not combined together, but a package of 3 bars, a trio, which normally would be the $23, $24. You can get it for $20. And this trio has flavors like raspberry rose, mango chili, and cardamom black pepper. That's my favorite. It's delicious. So let's talk with Art. He's on the line right now.
Right now we have fan favorite on the line with us. We have fan favorite Art Pollard, who is a grand master. He's a grandmaster chocolatier from Utah. He comes to California, to Washington, Seattle, New York, London, all around the world to talk about great chocolate, what it makes to make great chocolate, how to find great chocolate, how to taste great chocolate. He gets his chocolate from exotic places like Venezuela, Ecuador, Dominican Republic. And today for the Holiday Chocolate Salon, he has the 3 flavor inclusions: the mango chili, the cardamom, I believe it's pepper, and the black pepper. And then the third one is the raspberry rose.
Raspberry rose,
it sounds delicious. Raspberry rose. So we actually have Art. He is here actually from his new facility in Utah. They have a brand new facility. It's pretty big. Art, what are you doing there?
Oh, I got a project I'm supposed to be doing for a rather large company whose name that people would probably recognize. And they just sent me a note that they want an early shipment on their stuff, like tomorrow. And we haven't started on their project yet. We were planning on starting on it today. So I'm a little bit unprepared for this wonderful Zoom meeting because I've been running around in a little bit of a panic as I've been getting everything ready for this.
So Art, while you're doing that, can you tell us about, so we know you're busy, but all your fans are here, they want to hear from you. And tell us a little bit about, tell us if you can, a little bit about these 3 inclusion bars that you have at the Holiday Chocolate Salon. So the one, my favorite, is the cardamom black pepper. So how did you create that? What exactly goes into that?
That was actually something that we came up with, or I came up with even before I started Amano, when I was playing with making chocolate in my kitchen and making an absolutely terrible mess. And my wife was more than patient with me, because when I'd get finished making, chocolate's a messy business, and especially me, I'm generally naturally messy. I think it's a genetic thing. I blame my parents.
And your kids blame you.
Yes, actually, they're much more clean and organized than I am. They got that part from their mom. No, she could clean like all day long, and she would be like perfectly happy.
So the bars, cardamom,
yes,
black pepper. What are people going to get when they get these delicious bars?
Yeah, so they are. So the cardamom black pepper. Well, like I said, that was something I came up with before I started Amano, and cardamom is absolutely wonderful in chocolate. And black pepper, I thought would pair well with the cardamom, but pepper itself is also a flavor enhancer. So the black pepper that's in it is aimed less at being hot and spicy as it is to just naturally, round out and enhance the flavor of the chocolate and make it even better than it was to start with.
That's interesting. We've heard about people saying how you can put black pepper on vanilla ice cream and it makes it taste a little better. Not a little bit better, not a ton of black pepper, but something about the black pepper really makes the vanilla ice cream taste great. Is this the same concept?
Yep, same thing. Some people do the same thing with putting black pepper on watermelon. It's one of those great all-around spices in the same way that vanilla is. Vanilla is, of course, a flavor enhancer. So the large companies will use it as a way to, cover up flavor.
And the cardamom, how did you decide to use the cardamom? In fact, where do you get your cardamom for this bar?
The cardamom comes out of Guatemala, and I just have a nice source for that.
For fresh cardamom out of Venezuela.
Out of Guatemala.
Out of Guatemala.
Yeah, Guatemala is like one of the largest cardamom producers in the world, which is really interesting considering that it comes from, India area originally. So a lot of things transplanted around the world. So basically, what you have is these fresh ingredients. Oh, we lost him there for a second, but these fresh ingredients that have been. We'll give Art a second to get back online. We lost him for a second, but basically, what he's saying is that he is flying this fresh cardamom from Guatemala, where it's produced, directly to Utah to his facility, where they grind it and they process it and they create it all so it goes fresh into this delicious bar. So that's the first one of the trio, this cardamom. The second one, which is also delicious, I'm sure you probably saw a ton of these, is the beautiful raspberry rose. And it comes in that beautiful that beautiful pink, raspberry colored box, which that lovely artwork on it. So when you give it to someone, they basically say, this is a piece of art. This box in and of itself, it's a really good size. So it's not a small bar, it's a nice sized bar. So when they get it, they say that quite a bit of value on this. It's a dark chocolate. In fact, these are all dark chocolates. So, in theory, or in fact, it depends on how you look at it, they are all healthier for you than just a straight milk chocolate, which has more sugar in it. So the dark chocolate and the flavors go together to make a really good taste experience. So Art, raspberry rose. Where do you get the raspberries? Where do you get the rose? How did you even decide to put these together? So the raspberry, I'm using freeze-dried raspberries. And then they're actually incorporated right into the chocolate making process. And so as far as I'm aware, I was like literally the first to be integrating this, freeze-dried fruits into dark chocolate. There's one company way long time ago that was integrating dried fruit into white chocolate, but it never took off. That was probably like 15, 20 years ago. And
was that like divine chocolate?
no, it was not.
No. Sounds like something they might have done. Maybe with strawberries.
Yeah. And so they no, they had a whole line of you know, coffee and strawberry and raspberry. It was actually pretty cool. I'm really kind of surprised. I think that it never took off. But,
well, how did you come up with putting rose? I keep wanting to say rose. How did you come up with putting rose and raspberry together in a dark chocolate bar?
Well, I discovered it originally when I was in Paris, and I got a wonderful raspberry rose and lychee cake over at Pierre Hermé's.
Pierre Hermé in Paris. He's a master pastry chef. He's world renowned. He has places in Tokyo and all over the place.
Yep. And so he's like literally one of the best pastry chefs in the world.
And that just blew your mind?
Yeah, it just blew my mind. I swore up and down actually as I ate it. Because oh boy, this is really good. Just wasn't really quite adequate.
You had to put a bunch of exclamation marks in every sentence.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, and so yeah, that was pretty awesome. And so
I said, I'm going to make a chocolate bar out of this.
I'm going to make a bar out of this, and so I did, and it's totally completely awesome.
Do you feel it's as awesome as that experience? If it is, then you should have even less in inventory this holiday season, because that sounds like something.
I think it's right up there. You know, I mean, you know, there is something about having a cake at Pierre Hermé's.
It's an experience, but in Paris, but not. We all.
So if I had a choice between eating my chocolate bar, or going to Paris and having a slice of cake at Pierre Hermé's, it'd be a tough call.
It sounds like a tough call. There's a lot of things to. What if you could go on a private jet, and then you have the place to yourself?
Well, it makes it a little tougher call.
Okay. What if it was all free as well?
Oh, I was assuming that it would be free.
I know free's a mandatory for that situation.
Yeah.
Well, in this case, you know, the trio that you're offering right now at the Holiday Chocolate Salon is not free, but it's an awesome deal. It's basically just $20 for all three. That is really a fantastic package. Now, the third one that you have is the mango chili, which is sounds really fruity, sounds exotic, sounds like it's going to have a good zing on the end of your tongue there when you eat it. How does that come together?
Well, when I decided I was going to start doing flavored bars, you know, chili and chocolate's always been a really great combination, and you know, goes all the way back to time of the Aztecs, and so I said I wanted to do something like that, but then I didn't want to just do another chili bar. There's a million people doing, you know, chocolate and chili bars. It's like so boring. So I thought, well, what can I do to make it even more awesome? And mango and chili is a really great flavor pairing. And then we have, and you know, the mango goes really nice with the chocolate as well. So
I'm sure, but how do you get mango in your chocolate? I mean, mango is obviously it's a great fruit. It's delicious. It's very juicy. It has a lot of like texture, like a peach. You know, a lot of I won't say fibers, but it's got like flesh. So how do you get that into your chocolate bar?
Freeze-dried mango, and then it's actually, and it took a long time for me to actually find. There's a lot of companies that do freeze drying, and a lot of them, the flavor's not so spectacular.
Exactly. You got to find the place that knows how to freeze dry your fruit so that it has all of the flavor intact.
Yeah, because it's really easy to damage the flavor, especially for some of the fruits flavors, because those flavor compounds are extremely volatile. And so, you know, if they're not treated just right, then, you know, they're making they go poof, and they make their neighborhood smell great. But you know,
that's right. They're in the air. It's like floating around the neighborhood.
Yeah, you get tasteless powder, you know, at the end.
Yeah, no one wants that. In fact, well, it's the companies that have chocolate. The neighborhoods that have chocolate companies in their area. They tend to like the fact that they have the smell of chocolate in the air. But I did hear about the place down in the southern part of the United States where they have the hot sriracha. You know, they make sriracha.
Yeah.
And apparently the sriracha's in the air in the neighborhood, and everyone's eyes are stinging. So that's not good. But,
yeah,
you know, for yours,
I heard that the neighborhood's like actually, at least at one point, was suing the company, you know, for stinking up the air.
Stinking up the air
with all their sriracha.
That's crazy. But, you know, in this case,
it's probably a great PR move, you know.
Well, you could just buy that whole neighborhood. You just buy everybody out if you want and just say, okay, we're going to just rename the neighborhood. Everyone stays there, but we just rename the neighborhood Sriracha Town. Well, in this case, we're going to call your neighborhood Chocolate Town or Amano Town. Well, we have a lot of choices.
Well, I'm working for world domination, so.
The chocolate world. Yeah. It's got to be artisan, of course. So,
of course,
art
all the way.
Now you've got this trio, which is available for the Holiday Chocolate Salon. You have the mango chili, you have the cardamom pepper, and you have the third one.
Mango chili.
I know, we just said mango chili, cardamom pepper,
raspberry rose.
Raspberry rose, that's right, because raspberry rose is, if anyone sees the raspberry rose, I want you to think Paris. Think Paris, because that's where the inspiration came from. Pierre Aimé, Paris, Art sitting there having a slice of chocolate raspberry cake saying, Eureka! Or as they say in French, voila! Or Eureka, voila! Either way, I don't know. And he swore all the way, so you have to have a lot of emojis with exclamation points. So
you know, if I can make my chocolate good enough so that people swear when they eat it, that'll be a good day.
That would be a good customer testimonial. So anyone who gets these, we actually encourage you to, if you have a swear word, to talk about how, well, let me rephrase that. It doesn't have to be a bad word, just sort of an excitement word. Please let us know how you would describe it. We'd be happy to share it with everyone else. So Art, you have a really big, I mean, you've been walking quite a bit since we started. How big is this place?
It's about 10,000 square feet.
10,000 square feet. Yep. Okay, so that's pretty large. And that's just one floor.
Yeah. So we have 36-foot ceilings. And so that actually works out pretty good because the large amount of air kind of makes it so that it stays reasonably cool in the summer and warm in the winter.
That is good. It's insulated because it's big because you just have that air volume in there.
Yeah,
that's fab. And you know, you've been doing
like in the summer, you know, by the time that the room actually starts warming up, then the sun's going down.
That sounds tasty. So Art, you build a lot of your equipment. I mean, not all of it, but you do build or rebuild some of it.
Yeah, most of our equipment is actually over at our other space. Now we have 2 spaces. And most of our equipment's actually over there. But I do have our new winnowing machine partly in pieces over here because I needed space in order to work on.
And what does a winnower do? The winnower do?
It removes the shell. It removes the shells off the cocoa beans.
So it cracks them off, throws them away.
Yep.
You can make them into compost.
Or I give them to people. There's various different people that want them for different stuff, and
they can make jewelry, buttons.
Yeah, and I'm just happy to get rid of them, you know.
Well, Art, we're going to let you get back to this big order you have. Thanks for joining us for the holiday.
Here's parts of our new winnowing machine, though. I have to show.
Oh, there. Ooh, is that wood or is that metal?
Yeah, it's wood.
Wow.
So
that is a work of art.
Yeah. So it's
actually, that's literally a work of art.
It is. Everything I do
No
is a
pun
work
intended.
of art.
Actually, pun intended.
And so while we're at it, I was like making a tabletop for my desk.
Oh, you know, we talked about this. You could actually go into business like doing our office furniture.
There we go. And then this is another part of the windowing machine. I haven't done any of the finished work on this yet.
It looks like almost like you're making a barrel shape. Like you need a lathe and all kinds of, like you could actually make a barrel or a boat.
Here's kind of like a side view of it.
All right, that's really very nice. You polish the wood and everything.
Oh yeah, and then here's like the side panels for it. So the black wood is wangi, which is African hardwood. It's like crazy hard stuff. It's really bad for splinters. The redwood is Padauk, which comes out of like Borneo, I think.
Borneo.
Yeah, and then the light wood at the top here is Iroko, which is kind of related to teak.
So how long did it take you to plan this out? Because obviously just getting the materials would take some time.
Yeah, no, it was a royal pain in the butt. I drove over 1,000 miles to get the Padauk. So
holy cow, that's amazing. Yeah. Well, all right, look, we're going to let you go because we know you have this big order you have to fill. Thank you for joining us for the Holiday Chocolate Salon. And you know, we hope everyone loves your product. We know you have a ton of fans, so we hope you do. And you know, enjoy the rest of the day, my friend.
Thanks. We'll catch you later.
That was great to chat with Art. Let's take a look at some of our other offers we have right here. We have 3D Candies. That's right. 3D Candies is offering these, which are great deals and some of their most popular flavors. 3D Candies is based out of Sacramento, California, and one of their first offerings is their Figgy Blue Caramel, is really popular, as well as their Raspberry Hazel Caramel. Today's price is just $5 for that. And they also have the Roasted Almond Caramel. These are all very popular for them. Well, that wraps up our show for the Holiday Chocolate Salon. We hope you enjoyed it. We hope you enjoyed hearing from some of the chocolatiers, looking at some of the things we have to offer, they've offered to you, and that you've had the chance to go down and look at these great deals and maybe get a few. There still is some time, if there's any available, of course, there's still some time. This goes on for a few days, and of course, quantities are limited, but the prices are guaranteed. So with that in mind, we just want to say from us here at Taste TV and the International Chocolate Salon, we want to say happy and safe holidays.